My sources can beat up your sources, and I have sources to confirm that my sources are better than your sources. What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to laugh. We are going to laugh a lot because this is hilarious. This is the most beautiful thing I've seen. Now, the reason I'm highlighting this story is because so many people told me that because making Star Wars and Jason Ward, who I have respect for in terms of the fact that they do get a lot of stories right and they do have a lot of insider knowledge. There's no doubt about that, and I've never disputed that fact. But when Doomcock reported on the test screenings, which were just a rumor, as he presented them to be as a rumor, oh no, that was never good enough. That was never good enough. Never. Oh, no. That's not good enough. And then when Jason Ward released another sources story to debunk Doomcock's sources story, you saw the people that didn't want Doomcock's story to be real referencing Jason Ward's sources story. And my entire point was, Jason's story does nothing to discredit anything that Doomcock has said, nor is his story invalid. He's just talking about sources, the same thing that Doomcock did. And now we see right here Jason Ward exclusive Rey's backstory from Colin Trevorrow, Star Wars Episode 9. Ooh. Well, funny story is someone, let's call them someone with sources, you know, the guy that you're talking about, actually responded. And he responded definitively. He didn't respond and leave the door open or use some type of semantics to justify it like J.J. Abrams did when he said, well, we haven't done any test screening. We have what we call a friends and family viewing, yada, yada, yada. Meaning you have done that and you have gotten feedback, which is exactly what Kathleen Kennedy said. And I love how the shills were out there claiming, no, JJ debunked it. No, JJ did not debunk anything. JJ was using his political savvy ways to try and tell people there wasn't an official test screening, but there was the wink, wink, nod, nod, the friends and family screening. And a lot of the dumb people out there that don't have any level of thinking whatsoever, they can't actually use their brain to understand that JJ is just using manipulative words and he's not being direct. It's absolutely hilarious. Now, with Colin Trevorrow says, yikes, that's rough. Normally, I'd say nothing, but not a single thing in here was ever in any screenplay Derek and I wrote. Not one thing. All the best to you guys. Definitive, clear, concise. Everything that JJ and most of Hollywood isn't. Now, I was never a big fan of the director, of Colin Trevorrow being named the director for Episode 9. It was never something I was really excited for. I didn't love Jurassic World 1, and I absolutely hated 2. But I know he didn't direct 2, but he was part of the story. But I didn't... 1 was fine. It was fine. It was good enough. You know, I gave it like a 7, 6.5 or 7. I don't remember. It was fine. Chris Pratt made it more enjoyable than it really was. Safety Not Guaranteed was actually okay. But when he was cast as the director for Episode 9... I just looked at his body of work and I'm like, what? But the more I've learned about Colin Trevorrow, and I'm not necessarily saying he would have given us a great Star Wars film with Episode 9 if he would have stayed on as director. But one thing that I feel very confident in is that Colin Trevorrow would have done his best to honor Star Wars, which is exactly why it seems he lost his job, because Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson didn't seem to like what he had to say. Now, that's based on how I've looked at the situation. It appears that Trevorrow had a different vision for how he wanted Episode 9 to play out, and Rian Johnson had a different vision for how everything else was going to go. You know, Rian Johnson didn't pay any attention to The Force Awakens, and he didn't care anything about Episode 9. And I believe, based on the things that we have heard up to this point, I have come to the conclusion that Colin Trevorrow was actually the one person that was directing one of these Disney trilogy films that actually did care about Star Wars. And so even if I'm not the biggest fan of him as a director up to this point, he's a respectable person, and he seems to care about the mythology. And he's done a really good job responding to the criticisms of the Jurassic World, fan base, Jurassic Park fan base, and I respect him for that. But this is just a great situation right here to watch this happen. And not only did Colin Trevorrow smack down one of the shills, not only did Trevorrow do that, no. Also, Zack Snyder took care of some business as well. It's been a hell of a good day for the shills to get smacked down. I gotta find it right now, and I have no idea where it's at. I know that Ryan Kennel posted this earlier, and I think it was after the... Yeah, here it is right here. So, Scott Mendelson had some things to say.
This is almost certainly an assembly cut, which is always excessively long because that's what an assembly cut is.
And it's the Snyder cut of Justice League is over 3 hours long. And then, somebody with sources had something to say. At Scott Mendelson, the assembly cut was nearly 5 hours long. Bam! Bam! I mean, it's just been a hell of a day for the alpha directors to show up. Now, again, I am not a fan of Zack Snyder's DCEU at all. But I am a fan of Zack Snyder. And I've said this consistently. And what I can't stand, like, Snyder fans are absolutely nuts. If you don't praise everything this man's ever done, they will just go after you like crazy. They are insane, all right? But I have always consistently said that I love Zack Snyder as a dude. Like, he's a good dude. He's a great guy. Even when that video came out with him dropping a bunch of F-bombs talking about Batman and Superman, these movies, I loved it. There's a reaction to that on this channel. I loved it. I love Zack Snyder. I just think his DCEU is complete and total garbage beyond belief. With that said, I totally support the release the Snyder Cut situation. I want to see a Snyder Cut out there. I want to see what this guy has. The way I presented it is this: we need the third shitty film in this shitty trilogy from him. But either way, it doesn't matter. I respect Zack Snyder. I'm so happy he did this. I'm so happy that a lot of these blue check marks are getting owned now by the actual people. It's beautiful, and I love it. So, I don't know if Scott Mendelson's made a response to this. I highly doubt it. Somebody needs to let Zack Snyder know that when you tweet with the @ first, if he would have put a period in front of that, it would have shown up and been far more visible to far more of his followers. But because it didn't, so it's not showing up to many people. That it's showing up as a reply, not a tweet. But anyway, it's been a fun day so far. I've enjoyed it, and hopefully a lot of more of these directors in Hollywood are going to start letting these people know what's up. I love it. I think it's absolutely amazing. So respect to Colin Trevorrow, respect to Zack Snyder. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later. Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.